Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I want to do another video on the topic of soft work. In this episode I will cover the shoulder joint. The shoulder joint is very complex and one set of symptoms can have a lot of different root causes. It can be very hard for professionals to see the exact location of the problem on X-rays and MRIs. Therefore, general solutions is used commonly, like milling down bone to create space or use a cortisone shot to get inflammation down. As you can see on the pictures, a lot of different tissues have to fit on a very small space. If there isn't enough space, you tend to get a lot of different impingements. Different tendons or the joint capsule can get pinched, and that causes inflammation and the tissues to get even more swell up. This will often lead to a vicious circle and a lot of pain. On the right picture you can see the shoulder blade gliding action and the muscles most involved. Most problems, however, occur on the front side of the joint. So, most problems are caused by lack of space. And for example, milling down bone and cortisone injections are used to create space. Why is the space lost? We changed a lot how we live and move the last 50 years. So the forward leaning posture causes the shoulders to be in a different alignment. So a lot of problems is solved by getting the shoulders back and down. Even fractions of an inch or millimeters can make a huge difference on the flow of the tissues between the bones. Also, if you don't use the mobility you have, your joint capsule can become frozen and you can lose range of mobility. If you have extensive shoulder problems, you should contact a doctor and or a physiotherapist first before starting working out. If you had a bit of pain or it's not that bad, you can try doing some easier exercises and use the range of motion you have and go at a low volume. Okay, so now over to the exercises. You can start off by moving around the shoulder girdle a bit. Here I just go up and down, relaxing the muscles and sinking down. Don't do movements that hurt and use the range of movement you have. It doesn't have to be full range, and work a bit more on getting the shoulders back. To move the front is not as important. Then you can continue by doing shoulder girdle circles with straight arms. Do small circles if you lack range of motion. Open up the chest and pull back with the back muscles. Here, stretching the chest and tensing the back muscles to move the shoulder joint a bit further back. If you spend a lot of time hunched over forward by, for example, working by a computer or watching a mobile phone or doing bench presses at the gym, you tend to get shortened pec muscles, and that pulls the shoulder joint a bit forward. So stretching out the chest and strengthening the back and rotator cuff will put the shoulder in a better position, and that solves a lot of problems. Here I'm doing some overhead work, opening up the chest and shoulders. If you don't have the mobility for it yet, just use the range you have. Then you can go on with doing some outward rotations. Here I'm doing some forward circles and use the range of movement I have to keep it. And then you can go on to do the circles in the other direction. Just shaking loose a bit and then go over to doing another rotation exercise. Same exercise from another angle. Some more overhead work for moving around the shoulder blade a bit. Chest out, shoulders back and down. Stretch the chest a lot here. Tense the muscles in the back and focus on stretching the chest. Grab something heavy, for example a full plastic bag, some furniture or a kettlebell. First I was hunched over forward with the shoulder high and to the front. Then I stand up straighter and move the shoulder back. And then relax the muscles and let the weight pull you down so the shoulder is back and hanged down by the weight. Here you can see a clear difference in the shoulder position from left to right side. Okay, so lastly I go into a shoulder decompression. I grab the cloth with the low hand and push the arm outwards with the high arm. So you get the decompression of the joint, pulling the shoulder joint a bit outwards. And then go over to the other side. Grab the cloth and push outward a bit. Not too hard. But you will feel some pressure get elevated and shake loose. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, please like and subscribe. It would help out a great deal. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.